What do you do when love asks you to sacrifice your peace without asking your permission? When he said his mother is coming to live with us. When my husband told me his mother was coming to live with us, he said it so casually, like he was talking about the weather. No pause, no question, no, what do you think, just, my mom is coming to stay with us. She can't live alone anymore. I remember nodding slowly, forcing a smile that didn't reach my eyes. Inside me, something tightened. Not because I hated his mother, not because I lacked compassion, but because, in that moment, I realized a decision had been made about my life without me. That night, after he fell asleep, I lay awake staring at the ceiling. Our bedroom felt smaller than it ever had. I kept imagining another presence in the house, another voice, another opinion, another pair of eyes watching how I cook, how I clean, how I speak to my own husband. I tried to convince myself I was overthinking. She's old, I told myself. She's his mother. This is what good wives do. But the more I repeated those words, the heavier my chest felt. Our home had always been my safe place. It was where I could breathe freely, walk around without explaining myself, and exist without being judged. The thought of losing that scared me more than I wanted to admit. The next morning, while making breakfast, my husband talked excitedly about where his mother would sleep, how she'd like the neighborhood, how she'd finally have family around her. I listened quietly, flipping eggs I didn't even want to eat. Every sentence he spoke sounded like a final decision already sealed. I wanted to ask questions. I wanted to say, "What about us?" But the words stayed stuck in my throat. It's not easy to tell your husband you don't want his mother living with you. Society doesn't leave room for that conversation. If you speak, you're heartless. If you hesitate, you're selfish. If you disagree, you're painted as the villain. But no one talks about the silent resentment that grows when a woman swallows her discomfort just to keep the peace. Throughout the day, memories began flooding my mind. Stories I'd heard from other women, how privacy slowly disappeared, how arguments multiplied, how the wife always ended up adjusting while everyone else stayed comfortable. I imagined cooking meals under constant supervision. I wasn't trying to separate my husband from his mother. I wasn't trying to be cruel. I just wanted boundaries. I wanted respect. I wanted to feel like a partner, not an afterthought. But how do you say that without sounding like the enemy? How do you tell the man you love that his good intentions are slowly suffocating you? That night, as we sat on the couch, the TV playing but neither of us watching, I almost spoke. My heart was pounding so loud I was sure he could hear it. I opened my mouth, then closed it again. Fear won. Fear of starting an argument. Fear of being labeled the bad wife. Yet I knew something important. If I kept quiet, this decision would change my life in ways I might never recover from. I don't know how I'll tell him yet. I'm still thinking, still rehearsing conversations in my head. But one thing is clear to me now. Love should never require silence as a sacrifice. And until I find the courage to speak, this thought will keep echoing in my heart. If I don't stand up for myself, who will?